on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott up here in the booth, and the talk about this game, Brock, is centered, not surprisingly, on a couple of quarterbacks who came through the draft the same year and now in their second seasons here in the NFL.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's year 2, year 5, year 10, or Tom Brady, like 30 years later. They still remember every guy in their class. Yep. And when you look across and you see your peer, you are linked together in that draft. You're also linked together in this league that knows how hard getting any win on any day is. And you want this one against your classmate as much as any.
Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off and running from Houston. Damian Pierce now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. Finds the in route complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Dane Jackson.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throwing on third down, Stroud has his man. It's Mixon. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on third down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
From the 42, he finds Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Now it'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Young on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Young to throw here on 3rd. He has the Carolina touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This Texans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. On the ground again with Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, ball at the 36. Now it's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Stroud now on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
The Panthers and Xavier Lee gets with the football once again. No return on that punt. And the Panthers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. To the air on 1st down, Young. Tremble with the grab. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. They get 27 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Young on the play action. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
From the pistol, it's Young. That one's complete, right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Panthers, dealing with third and still 10 to go. Now it's Young. Pass complete to Hubbard. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Caught by Diggs. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Dane Jackson.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. And the Panthers, they're going to be set up in goal to go after a great return down inside the 10.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with 1st and goal waiting for him. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Defense shows blitz. Young has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Young. Touchdown, Carolina! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Texans going on offense now, just before halftime. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Stroud throwing here on first. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Stroud to throw again on second. Into traffic, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun now for Stroud. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Texans set to punt. Raheem Blackshear back deep for the Panthers. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Well, no pushing the envelope, it appears, in what remains of this first half. He's going to take a knee and watch that time run out here. So we've arrived at halftime, and the Panthers, impressive so far. They've got a lead so far on the road. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Valus Jones now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rush coming for Young. Looking slant route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hubbard again. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Young working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Third and long for him here. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Stroud. That pass caught by Tank Dell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Stroud off the play fake. Schultz with the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Diggs there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running left is Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. This is complete to Schultz. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, Stroud. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now within one score in the fourth. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. On the quick slant, it's Legent. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Panthers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They run again with Hubbard. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hubbard quick on the draw. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They send a receiver in motion right. Back to throw it. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Panthers are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.